morning and welcome to the farewell edition of the show with no name. That's mine, isn't it? Oh no, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm Bob Going, and we have quite the lineup here today for our last show. We have the Four Horsemen back together, myself, Gavin Murdoch, Jim DeKosha, and Michael Chayar. And special guest of the future, Philip Tambasco, teen historian. Two of you guys are here because you got the day off, right? Or you're...
That's right. I'm taking a long lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How come I can't hear you? Now you're on. Okay.
Because I'm not plugged in.
Oh, okay. We can plug you all in. Let's plug you in. Okay.
There he goes.
All
Can
right.
you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
No. Okay.
Can you
Well,
hear me
I'm
now?
taking a long lunch.
All right. So, Michael, would you get a chair and come in?
I
here?
am satisfied where I am, Bob.
All right then, Michael. Before we get into the what did you call it?
I called it a lot of things.
No. You said this show's going to be what today?
For what I said.
A mockery or?
Oh, of course.
Why?
Because I know how Bob likes to play.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
part of
Michael, you had something serious you wanted to talk about.
No, I can do it if we have time after.
No, there'll be
There
no
will be no
time
after.
after.
There'll
There'll be no time
How
after.
do you know that?
Do it now. Do it now.
Well,
Get it out of your.
I'm appalled.
Come closer to the microphone.
It's a new microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they went for some money. The situation is, Jim McCosha and myself happened to have gone to that meeting last night. Oh, there's Paul Tonko. My God, I'm so excited. With Dick D'Onofrio, who did this, which I brought part of it. He did this compilation of the AUD and looking at the books for 2013. And a lot of hard questions were asked, one by myself, where I asked him, what is your confidence factor? Of course, he didn't like me using that terminology. And basically, what was his response, Mr. Kosha?
His response was that he wasn't confident in any of the numbers.
No. So shouldn't we assume that could have hit a headline or
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah.
To let
When
the
was this
people
meeting?
that work. What was it? It was what?
I don't know, Wednesday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so.
During the week?
Wednesday. And what we did is, I said, well, it's got to be it.
This is the city finances.
City
we're talking
finance, and there was a city reporter.
Yeah.
There was a man from the Compass. There was quite a few people. Well, Dave Dive was there. Mario Villa was there, and the consul was there. The whole consul and
Yeah,
the mayor
yeah.
and Matt Agresta. And you would assume, considering the financial condition and what he had to say about the numbers, and I didn't want to get into the numbers because Dave does a great job on that. But questions were asked, and you'd assume that some of that would have appeared for the people that work and couldn't be at the meeting, that we would have read at least something about it. It is important news. It's your money. And I know today that I'm going to be chastised because it's going to be in the paper. There's no way they could not publish that.
You think it'll be there today?
It's got to be. There's no way they could not publish
Front
it.
page headline?
It's been a week.
Well,
so
you didn't want to put it up and over the top.
There's no
That's fine.
confidence in the figures.
Yeah, and
No.
they all looked and said, that's it, that's the story. But I was going to read, and I won't because I know you guys want to do this, some of the things he had to say.
Give us a
about the-
synopsis. Give us a
No, I'm going to
synopsis.
give the synopsis. Is very simple. He's basically saying he won't put his imprimatur down on a lot of that because you couldn't trust some of the numbers. It went to the computer. It wasn't kept up. They weren't in coordination. And he's making comments like that the mayor, the consul, and the controller have the responsibility. And there's things they have to do, internal control, and et cetera, et cetera. All right. The question was asked. I asked him. Okay, he made a comment. You're not doing enough. So, okay, a guy tells me, like Bob would say, you're not doing enough. The next question would be, well, tell me what I got to do.
Right.
And I'm
They were
still
told.
waiting.
They were told they had a plan of action, how to remedy everything. It was presented to the council and to the mayor. And who's the boss of the city? Who is supposed to implement any changes?
You would assume it was the chief executive officer who would have taken, like in any corporation,
That's what I'm
would have
saying.
taken the initiative. But then again, if we say that, we're bashing and we're negative. No, I'm concerned of what's going to follow, like this young gentleman who's might follow us and stay here in Amsterdam. What's his financial condition going to be? Is he going to say, oh my God, all we're going to do is pay off debt? We don't know if we have any fund balance, etc. You got to look at the budgets. you've got to look at what's being said. And it is time for a huge change in city government. That's my opinion. I know I'm hated, but that's the way it is. I love my dog.
Well, we hate you. Gavin, do you hate him?
No, I don't hate him.
You don't?
No, I like Michael.
Philip?
I hate him.
I hate him.
I hate him.
Good. Glad to hear that.
All right.
That's what you want.
Now listen. Over the weekend, I ran into somebody whose name I will not reveal because it was a private conversation. But let me just say, I would call this person an insider, and I'm going to refer to the person as he, meaning it could be a he or a she, and I'm not disclosing or giving any clues as to who it is. But this is a person who had a strong, close, intimate relationship with the city budgets. Okay?
Uh-huh.
All right? So somebody who knows, somebody who is
Sleeping
in a
with the
position to
numbers.
know. So I walked up to this person and I said to him,
Person?
if you were offered $1 million to straighten out the city books, and he immediately interrupted me and said, can't be done. Can't be done.
They
He
can't
said,
give him $1 million. They can't straighten him out.
Can't straighten them out.
Oh.
He said there is absolutely no way to straighten them out, and they all know it. They all know there's no way to straighten
That's
it out.
sad.
Yeah.
What have we been doing all these years?
So he said, all you can do is just wipe the slate clean and start from there.
I would not agree with that.
No,
at
but he
all.
says there is no way to do it.
Well,
That's how bad it is.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
and it's not on the front page or the second page or the comment
No,
page.
no,
of
it's
whether-
don't worry about it. We'll find out about it after the election. That's what we're hearing.
Oh, sounds like the Washington playbook.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mean Redskins.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that this show.
You said Redskins.
I know I did.
Oh, that's
We're gonna get canceled.
Well, America. has
After
gone-
today, they won't let us on
has gone
anymore.
upside down. Anyway, so I know Bob wants to do what Bob.
No. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
His little tote bag with him.
Oh,
Oh, I saw that. I have that.
I forgot I had this. What I
I
don't like
saw
about
it.
Amsterdam. Wow.
Who wrote that, Bob?
Listen, Amsterdam could come back. Amsterdam could be number one. Amsterdam has the potential.
Take the seat.
No. Thank you. I'm not going to stay, but anyway.
It's only an hour today.
Oh, that's right, too. Forget about that.
You have to talk fast, Michael.
The Amsterdam is going to have a tough time coming back, but there is a start. There is a start because we have the Tessero family properties who was rehabbing that.
Did you see that in the paper?
30, I think he said 30 apartments. That will bring, if he gets those occupied, that will bring back the downtown.
Wait a minute. We're
park.
talking about the Key Bank building?
Key
Yeah.
Bank
The
building.
Key Bank
Former Key
building.
Bank.
And the microbrewery.
But he's working on that. He doesn't have anybody yet. But
So here's the thing. I don't know. It's just me, but my first office was on the top floor of the
Yeah.
We
building.
moved you.
I had the penthouse. I had the room overlooking the river. And you may wonder, how does a person just starting out in the practice of the law get such prime real estate?
How do they, Bob?
Because it was right under the black tar roof, and it was 1,050 degrees all year round.
Oh, you have to-
Yes.
yeah,
But I fooled them. I opened up a sauna in the outer office.
Oh,
but
That's the Bob Going Health Club.
Now, as long as they can get in, somebody takes care of the Holiday Inn, quotes,
Yeah.
which you would appear to me that there should be nothing. And, of course, with the 250,000 people coming here, you're
no,
going to see...
well, in the paper this morning it said 35,000.
How could it, Bob Going and myself were at these meetings
Hundreds.
numerous times and heard 250,000 people. They were
It's been-
lying.
it's been
We're
downgrade-
paying money to these people in the state to
I
lie.
went-
Downgraded.
After
I
they
went.
got the money for the projects, now they downgraded it.
All right, I went to a congratulatory session at the Riverlink Park where all the Democratic candidates got together and said how wonderful they each were.
Was it 35,000 there?
People that attending, there was me and a couple other people.
When did this take
But I
place?
got a couple of years ago.
I think you're talking...
I videotaped it. I said these things are historical; they should be there. So Paul Tonko gets up, may his name be ever blessed, and
In your opinion. But go on.
and he's talking about the new bridge and the new overlook. Let's not call it a bridge. It is a scenic overlook. And everybody goes, oh, Paul, the scenic overlook, oh. So then he says, this will bring tens of thousands of people to Amsterdam every year. And Mayor Thane came over and nudged him away from the microphone and said, no, Paul, hundreds of thousands per year. Now, if that's not enough, a few months later, the head of the Canal Corp, Brian Stratton, comes to town, and he said, millions. Millions.
And we have these people in office.
Right.
What else are they telling us?
He meant to say millenniums. The millenniums were going to come, not millions of people.
So listen, I've been going through the attic, downloading some stuff, and I've got some souvenirs that I was otherwise going to throw out, and I can't think of
buttons.
Yes. So here's some Going from Air bumper stickers that somehow got left over. I'd like you each to have one of those as a
I want to put
souvenir.
it on the car.
You put it on the car.
I need to.
My theory always was, I've studied politics and elections all my life, closely. I like for the nuances. And one of the things I discovered is there's a terrific advantage when you're running for office to have a name that only has 5 letters in it.
You're right.
Of course, I had to run against Villa.
Which only has 5 letters.
Yes. And now it's Thane against Villa, and they probably are both thinking the same thing.
Going was gone.
Here goes.
Yeah, we were
Not yet.
Not gone yet.
Yeah.
What else have I got? Oh.
Jeez, you're really
Here you go.
I have that.
This is for you, Philip. That's a Babe Pilata for mayor. The rest of
I voted for
the
Babe.
rest of us all voted for
I
him.
voted for Babe.
Gavin, I have the Gods and Generals and Gettysburg, the director's cut. So that belongs to you.
What is this,
Thank you.
National Christmas Day?
Yeah. John Adams, Part 1. I think that was yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you steal it from me?
All right.
No, I let him borrow these things.
Borrowed these
Along
things.
with some pictures from O'Haskell and things.
Well, we'll get to those.
We'll get those at the bottom of
He's
it.
not at the bottom of the bag yet.
Oh, I'm sure there's nothing in that black bag for me.
It's like a Santa Claus.
Sir, you cut me too quick. Oh, I don't like Mario Villa's style, but I like what he's done. I guess I saved that. Yes.
I have it.
Okay, I thought you might. Oh, let's see. All right.
Philip, how was your Friday?
Friday? What was Friday?
Right.
Yeah.
That was the day the 5-week notices arrived at children's homes.
Yeah, so far so good this year.
Oh.
Yeah? Okay.
Last year, I'll tell you that.
So it's okay that your parents know that they came to the house then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think I only hid one last year.
Oh,
You
That's
had one?
yeah.
I remember, I don't know if you remember this, first year Bishop Scully was open. Did you have Sister Roseanne for French by any chance?
Où est la bibliothèque?
Oui, la bibliothèque, c'est tout droit. Tu vas tout de suite.
Si, oui,
Wow.
il faut que je cherche un livre.
Yeah,
That was it.
that's it.
I didn't pass another quiz all year.
No, I can go to Quebec. I can go to France. I can go to several French African colonies, and I can find the library wherever I am. Où est la bibliothèque? Oh, at la bibliothèque. I got another Babe Pilata button here.
Oh.
Here's something.
I voted for Babe.
Here's something I wrote years ago.
Recipes.
No.
No.
Looks
at the addresses of Main Street.
Identify what you're looking at, Philip.
All right, so it says East Main.
Yeah, East
With a
Main.
bunch of numbers.
Yeah,
And next to the numbers are names of businesses.
yeah.
So it's like.
Can you date it?
Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. I'll try. 27 Bank Building, so it has to be after 1927. Grant was in the 50s.
Which grant?
WT.
Oh, I think in
Not
U.S.
US.
I'm sorry.
No.
It was in the 70s.
I don't know. I'd say around the 50s, 60s. Maybe.
60s is right.
Okay.
This was the last city directory before urban renewal.
Right.
Okay, and I never finished this. I did both sides of East
They
Main
had
Street.
110 restaurants in Amsterdam, 33 barbers.
There. Well, we're just doing East Main Street, from Market Street to St. Mary's Church.
Give that dog a ball.
St. Mary's Church, the Fashion, Lindsay's Shoes, McKee and Moore, Amsterdam Northern and Chuckton Under Railroad at 22. You're the president of that railroad, aren't you?
You're still the president of that.
I don't know if I'm the president. I've probably been
Acoust-
assassinated.
Acousticon of Amsterdam. I don't remember that.
Who?
Acousticon of
I
Amsterdam.
don't remember that either.
Yeah. Arthur Cushing, dentist. Eileen's China Shop. Remember
yes.
Eileen
Yeah.
Kinham? The bank building. That I didn't bother putting down all the businesses that
There
were in
was
the bank
about
building. It was too
25
many.
in there.
Yeah. W.T. Grant Store, Things Shoe Store. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
Frank Pantalone. Remember attorney Frank Pantalone? Yeah. The new Paris shop.
Still there.
Paris Beauty Parlor. Can you imagine that? That new Paris shop has been there forever.
Yeah.
That's amazing. No matter what happened to Main Street, the new Paris shop has
Up
been
until now, maybe.
there. Yeah. George Dylong, dentist. Remember Dr. Dylong?
No.
State Bank of Albany, 4749. And then now we get into where the mall is. Olanders, Woolworths,
down here.
Bergen Post 39, Martin Specialty, Miles Shoes, Anderson
Anderson Little?
Anderson SH Company shoe company, I guess. I'm not sure. Mortans, Royce Shoes, Hobby Center, Majestic Beauty Salon, Schenectady Gazette, Gabriel's Ladies Apparel, Greenspan's Tots to Teens, Siegel's Jewelers, Ray's Clothes, Miller's, Breslaw's Furniture, Vitamart, Lurie's,
What about Pink and Rock?
Hallett's.
Oh,
Yeah, it's here someplace. Nielsen and Nielsen Chiropractors, Amsterdam Hotel, J.C. Penney, Scaperta's Furs. This is all just on the south side of Main Street.
You have the pool room?
Frankel's Mohawk Jewelry, Kessler's Market.
Ah, that's
Yes.
a relative.
Went there all the time.
Mario's Diner, School of Dance, Spanish American Club, People's Silk Store, Mohican Market,
Yes.
oh.
Yes.
Back
yes.
page now.
Tony Brooks Record and Music.
Yes, I remember
Yes, Hadzel's Beauty Shop. You see how beautiful the women in Amsterdam must have been in those days? You see how many beauty shops there are? This is just on the south side of Main Street.
Or he needed that many
Mohawk
beauty shops.
Communication, Boyer's Furniture.
That was low.
Just a thought.
That was low.
Tip Top Tavern.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Washington Street, Speediachi's Pharmacy, VFW, Olander's Children's Furniture, Dolly Bridal Shop, Mohawk Theater. Then
Love that theater.
Then
Son of
Kennedy
Becky
Avenue,
Davis.
Kennedy Avenue crosses. Bargain City, De Palma Shoe Store, Johnny's Seafood. All right, now we go on the other side. We got Mike Subs, 2 to 4. Mike Subs, Trask's, Sanford Stud Farms Inc. They were upstairs. They own that whole block.
Horses could get up there, huh?
Yeah, the horses had to come in the back door. Oh, dear God. Tom's Flower Shop, Community Pharmacy, Brown's Gift Shop, Gallagher and Troll Jewelers, remember the watchmakers.
Daily Steaks.
Lumart's, Beneficial Finance, Dickinsonia, Masto Photography, the
Right.
Topaz, Whalen's Drugstore, and we're only to the corner of
That's
Chester
where the
and
rest of the Hall of
Wow.
Fame is.
Yes. Quality Dress, Crystal Beauty Lounge, United Realty, KF Gardeners Small Loans, Singer Company, Web Photos, Dr. Sapia
Yes.
Dentist,
Yeah.
Edwin Brown Dentist, Pinchator Shoe Store, Jane's Beauty Parlor, Salvi's Van Skeever Agency, Matthews Men's Store. That was
Yes,
a good
that
store.
That was an expensive store.
Yeah. I actually bought a coat there once. Eugene Canale Accountant, Eljor Inc. What was Eljor?
What about Holzheimer and Shaw?
We haven't got there yet. We haven't even got to that corner yet.
Haven't got
Bassett's Clothes, Selbert and Selbert, optometrist, Conovers, Harry Borst, attorney. 48 was vacant. Luciano Brothers Jewelers, Marlette, the Marlette gift store on the corner of Church Street. That was at one time Turner's Candy Manor. That's where the hot dog place was, and the White Tower
Castle.
or White Castle or whatever it was.
That vacant one was Dungar's.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
That's very
Hey.
good. Holzheimer and Shaw's, Holzheimer and Shaw Junior Shop, Tryon Theater, Carterama, Weissman's Liquor, Gabby's, Leeds, Rapello's Pharmacy, Sears Roebuck, Maine Social Club. That might have been the pool hall, I'm not sure. Thomas Rapello, Stationery.
That's where it was located.
Elsie Curran, interior decorator. The Pink and Rock.
All right.
Number
Maybe
96.
believe.
Izzo's News. Marticello Brothers Barbershop. That's your relatives, isn't it? Yeah. Montgomery County Women's Democratic Club. They had their own
That's
office.
true. That's right.
Yeah.
You should bring that up. That is true.
Mohawk Valley Transit waiting rooms.
Oh, bus station.
The bus, or as we called it, the bus station.
Or
Kansas-
my shoe shine shop.
It's not there. Kansas Sandwich Shop. Grand Rapids Furniture, National
Right.
Auto, Ed's Mobile Station, Ed Brzeziak, and then Liberty Street Crosses, Swan Cleaners, DeChessy's Market. I forgot DeChessy's, Pete
Yeah.
DeChesy was down there.
Yeah, it'll work it.
Augusta Canale Piano Studio, just a few doors from St. Mary's Church. She could run over and play the organ with. Tambasco Auto Sales, Kinsberg's Wallpaper and Paints, DeMar's Office Equipment, Slezak's Men's Clothes, and we're only to St. Mary's Church.
Where is our city gone?
Urban Renewal.
Urban renewal.
And I
Doing
didn't.
what?
And I didn't even do Market Street and
I love
Market Street or
the
Church Street.
junior high school. There was all these stores, Rasmussen and Reese, remember? Everything. Wow.
So what do we got now?
Almost time.
We cry.
That's not
We
time.
cry.
I said almost. I didn't
Almost
say it
time.
was.
We got
Cry for the history of our city.
Yeah. So that's just some of the things. So Michael, you were almost. Michael and I had different shows at the
Yeah.
same time for a while.
We down with Joey Caruso.
Yeah. I started.
I had Jim DeKosha on the show when he used that famous word, despicable.
Despicable.
Who
And
was
they
despicable?
flew down here in cars.
Who was?
Oh, you should have been outside after we got off the show. Actually, I had Father Gully on the show, and we were going to talk about Catholic education. I said I usually had guests on
Yeah.
the public, and he was very good. All of a sudden, someone got on the air, on the phone, and they wanted to hear confession. It's true. True story. And they started asking him questions about Father, I did this, will this be okay, and all that. And I'd like sit back and say, oh God, I hope nobody recognizes it. And he started telling him God loved this and that. And then it started to ring. And it continued. So I said, I got a reality show. Now we're talking years ago. I got a reality show here. Telephone confession. So to go into the confessional booth, we'll have it on the air. One guy even told his name. This is Blake. I said, oh God, come on. But this happened. So we used to have all these shows on. I mean, we had shows that you couldn't imagine on. Fired it right up. I'm not sure if I was thrown off. I think I was thrown off of that one too. Thrown off of everything.
Oh God, no! I've been going through stuff, and I keep finding all these.
You were a big troublemaker, weren't you?
Not me. I'm innocent.
Back in the day.
You're innocent. That's it.
Was he? Philip? What do you
Sounds like
think?
it to me.
Yeah, I think so.
I told the people what other people.
You
would
told
hear.
it the way it was.
No, not necessarily. I just told it that somebody's got to have the guts to say things nobody else will say.
And you said them.
I did, and I'm not afraid to say them again,
And again, and again,
and again, and again.
Well, he's run out of times now. This could be it.
Wow.
This is it.
No.
No.
No, it's not it.
That's not it.
No,
Saying
that's
it.
not it. No. Never say never.
Never.
Part two.
Part 2 is brutal. There's
I
no
don't
mercy.
know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I started right after the election in 2003. I worked election night as a commentator.
You always used to come down here and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked election night as a commentator, and I think my show either started the next day or the next week. I forget. I think it was the next day because I analyzed the election results the next day. And then I was on for a while. That was What Do You Talk?
That's right. What do you talk?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
And what do you
talk?
sing?
Where do you get it? What do you talk? And let's see. I think Joey owned the station then.
Or the guys down in Albany.
And then the guys down in Albany took over the management of the station.
Yeah.
How'd that
And
work
we
out?
actually paid tribute to the 9/11 people
Yeah, we did.
all day long.
Yeah.
Read their names
Yeah.
and rang the bell. We did that several times. We also did it once up at the old Holland farm up there in Gloversville, Johnstown, Route 29.
You know,
Turkey farm.
did you read this morning's Gazette?
No, I've been
part
working
of the
outside.
Gazette. They want to change Columbus Day to Indigenous.
Yeah, I heard that today. The
Indigenous
Indians
Day.
did something about
it's
that.
Give me
Couple
a
cities.
break.
Oh, things
couple
are going
cities already
crazy.
done it.
Give me
Oh,
a
here's
break.
but for those of you who are culturally attuned, you'll appreciate this. That down in New York City, they were planning a production of The Mikado, Gilbert and Sullivan's great satire.
We all know about it.
Right? People objected
Why, Bob?
because they were not using Asian people to play the Japanese in the show,
Yeah.
completely missing the whole point of the Mikado, which is it's a satire on British politics done in Japanese face. It's not a satire about the Japanese. It's about satire about the British. And it's truly the greatest of their many great shows that they produce.
But my question is, why do we allow this to take root?
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you why.
I'm
going to tell you why.
Time out. They
No.
canceled the show. They're doing the Pirates of Penzance instead, and now there's a delegation of pirates coming in and
love
objecting to
pirates.
Wade. They're
Anyway, tell
All
us.
right.
I want to hear
I'm
it.
going to tell you why, Michael.
The Pittsburgh Pirates?
Because they've
The
hired.
parts up the cup.
They have hired in New York City a company to come in to teach children how to have recess. That when you play tag, you cannot tag somebody and put them out. You tickle them on their shoulder.
What?
Okay?
Lubin.
Because there are children
we
who
are become a nation of wimps.
because there are children who feel ostracized because they're always getting tagged. Okay? So there are no losers. There's only
I read
ties.
something in the paper about
It was.
that.
It was in the Post yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I read, yeah.
We have absolutely gone over the edge. We have gone beyond the point of being pulled back. We are heading for the abyss.
We're in
and
the
there is
abyss.
no bottom in this abyss. It is completely ludicrous, the things that we are cutting out and regulating
But the
and
question
overseeing.
is, when we say we, is there anybody up here who says enough is enough, we've had enough of this garbage? And how does it keep getting done? Every day there's somebody else that's offended.
Because you
Why
have-
about what happens to the offendee, or the
Because you have-
offender,
the
and everybody else is
politicians-
all crazy?
The politicians.
all right. We got a
that
call
have
here.
now-
Somebody wants to
Uh-oh.
call us off. This is WCSS. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Gavin a question since he's back.
Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner King, John King, Education Commissioner.
Yeah, he's got
ran
the
on
job in
sound.
Washington now.
Yeah, now how can that be?
Because they don't want them here.
Is it because the teachers union truly run the schools, or is it because Obama sees something that New York State didn't see, or is it because Obama's full of beans? And I know you're going to take selection C, but let me hear your spin on that.
I'm going to take selection 3. If this gentleman was as educated and insightful as he purported that he was, when he came up with the concept of Common Core, it would never have been implemented like it was.
Well, I don't think he didn't come up. He didn't come up with Common Core. Common Core was brought about by the governors of all 50 states.
Yeah, and he went along with the implementation, which was wrong. Some of the ideas behind Common Core, in and of themselves, are not bad. But when you put something new in that takes progression and building blocks, and then start unilaterally across the board, and not having people being prepared as you go through the process, is not educational. This guy is a political animal who has not seen and does not understand what we need to do in this country for education. And Obama, and all I can say is Obama's got to be the same if he hired this guy from New York State.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Okay.
All right.
That answers my question on that. And have a good day sailing into the sunset.
All right.
Sorry
Thank
to
you.
hear those going off the air.
All right. Thank you.
And,
All right. Now we got Philip Tambasco here.
Philip.
Philip, how's Common Core working out for you?
I don't like it.
What do you like anything about school, Philip?
Yeah, girls are fine.
Hey, how is your girl?
No, I've moved on.
You moved on.
What? There's no Mariah in the picture anymore?
No, there's not.
Oh.
I never get
She is gone with the wind.
Yeah, she's gone with the wind.
Goon with the wind.
Wow.
I'm working on a new one
You can't
now.
say
though.
Oh, yeah? Who are you working on
No, I'm
now?
not
Hey, wait a
telling
minute. Time out. He's
No.
working on a new one, he says.
I'm not telling
Okay,
you.
tell us her name.
No.
wait a minute, let him have his privacy.
No. Tell us.
There is nothing private here.
Tell us her name, and then we'll find a song to go along with it.
No, we're not doing that again.
You sure?
No.
I'm positive.
Now, Philip is at the point in his education that Common Core isn't going to really do anything to him.
Oh.
It's the kids coming through the elementary
I have
and
one more
early high
thing to
school
do.
years.
All right, we've been serious long enough.
Okay, here we go.
Because
It's
it's
that
the
time.
bottom of the hour here on WCSS 1490 on your dial in Amsterdam, New York, or those of you listening overseas, WCSS